Hey guys, morning. Alan here, and you're watching the Gibson Garage YouTube channel. Did not come with the What's going on, everybody? So I picked up this Chrysler 300 here, and well, first it was a friend of a friend. He brought it by saying it wouldn't start. What was it? They looked into the camshaft or the cam sensor hole and seen that the belt wasn't spinning, so they assumed that the belt was broke. They brought it over to me, and I took off the intake manifold, and I did find a couple of bent valves. So let's get in there and take a look at that, see what that really looks like. First, let's take a quick walk around. We can see what it's really like. And it's dirty, but that's not really important. The only thing that concerns me are these rims. Well, they don't look any worse than my rims when I painted mine, honestly, but I think maybe it just needs a bath. It's hard to tell. Headlights are definitely fogged over. They're gonna need some sanding. But the body on this thing is very straight. Interior is super clean, and it's locked. Yeah, interior is super clean. Leather, limited too, so it's got, I guess it's got all the options. Baby on board. Body's straight, not a single dent though, really. And I don't know how many miles. Oh yeah, it does have like, I want to say 230, something like that. So it's got a lot. Hopefully the timing belt, the head, all that will go very smoothly, and it will run, and I'll be just as lucky as I was with the Dodge, with the Magnum. 300's limited with the V6 in it, and he was driving. He says he was just kind of pulling in hard. He was driving normal, right? And he just goes to pull into his driveway, and right when he cut it and, you know, dipped into the driveway, it stopped running. So then he tried to fire it up, and it only just sputtered for a second and nothing. So I guess some friends came over and they tried to start it a couple times. One time he heard a clanking sound, some bad noises. And then they also said they looked inside this camshaft sensor hole, and the belt was not spinning while they were cranking the engine. I got the camera from the local auto parts store, and I got these two holes out, and I'll show you guys in a second here what it looks like. But it's just really nasty in there, so I can't even really tell if something's banging around there or not. And I can only get to the first two holes right now, so the intake manifolds I'm gonna have to come off so I can get to the rest of the holes. And then we also might be able to look into the intake valleys there and of the heads and see if there's any damage to those valves. But I really don't want to crank it over anymore. It is an interference engine from what I read on the Googles. So we're just gonna go slow, take our time. Okay, so we're getting just past the spark plug hole here. Oh, no, I can't get back in there. There we go. And you can see it's just nasty in there. And I can't really tell if those are marks from something hitting, or those are just clean spots in the carbon from it flaking off. But the other hole here, if not worse, yeah, I can't even really tell what I'm seeing. It just looks black and shiny. I can't really tell if stuff's been banging around or not. all of that. Oh, that stings. Got it right there on that. Oh my God, that's sharp. Well, that's everything out. The intake manifold. The dipstick tube had to come out. I was hoping I could just slide it over, you know, once it just pushes out of that clip, but nope. You got to go down below. There's a 10 mil, or no, I think it's 8 mil nut holding it in, and then it comes right out. These are the tools I used. Bunch of 10s and 8s, a 15 wrench and socket for the bottom of these support brackets. There's a support bracket that held it here. The bottom half that went to the head, those were 15s, and then on this side too, these two, right there and there, the bottom of those brackets were 15s. And I didn't remove them. I just loosened them up enough to let them fall out the way. And now we've got access. Any damage down there? Any damage? I'm gonna pop the rest of those coils out and spark plugs out and look down those holes. So if you go down in here, take a look. I got my shirt. But there's a big shiny spot on this one. And I think that means we smacked the piston. So, you see that shiny spot on the top of the piston? I think we smacked a valve. It's not looking good. Oh man, and just to confirm too, man, I don't think you guys can see in there. Inside there, but anyways, the right valve you can tell is hanging open slightly when the left valve is completely shut. Okay, well it's hard to tell. I'm trying to get you guys in there, but the right valve is hanging open. You can see into the combustion chamber, at least with my eyeball I can. And you come over here to this side, to the other valve, and you can't see into the combustion chamber. And it does seem like the gap on the far side is larger, and then the gap tapers off as it goes around to the edges, indicating that it was bumped on the lower side of the valve, pushing it this way. And I did see clean marks on this piston too. So, bad news bears. Those were definitely marks from the valves hitting. If you got bent valves, it's a disaster. Oh man. Dang, well it was hot that day, sorry about that. But that's gonna do it, you know, for part one anyways. It's just short and sweet, just a diagnosis. Valves are definitely bent, it's definitely a problem. Heads are definitely gonna have to come off. I never looked down the camshaft hole, but I'm sure that it's going to need a timing kit as well. So hang in there for part two, and that's what we'll be replacing on that guy. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.